Many people have come out to support me on my being banned by England, whether they agree with my views or not. That's the important thing. The issue at stake here is larger than that. One of my most vocal supporters has been Pastor James David Manning from Atla World Ministries.
Michael Savage! We with you, bro. We got your back. We're going to stand with you. We'll show them over there with their stiff upper lips. We'll show them a thing or two right here, right now.
He joins us now. Pastor Manning, welcome back to the Savage Nation.
Well, hello, Michael. I'm delighted that you've had me on again. I'm really excited about this. A number of our members and audience listen to you every day, so I'm glad for them to hear my voice on your show, so thank you.
Well, what moved you to speak out?
My first awareness of this happened in my morning reading of the Drudge Report. I read that every morning, and I saw that and immediately read the entire article. That brought it to my awareness. At first, I thought it was some sort of a joke. I mean, I thought that somehow or another the Drudge Report was running some sort of comedy, but then I discovered that it was actually true. And then I read the people that were grouped into this blacklisting by Jackie Smith, who was a part of the security of national security for England, and was terribly appalled at the fact. I know Michael Savage. I know his ministry. I know his broadcast. I know his history, and even the times of when he was with one of the mainline media outlets. And a large number of the people in our ministry listen to him on a daily basis. And I felt that, listen, if they can do that to him and get away with it, they'll do it to anybody. I mean, we got to stop it now. This has got to be stopped. Whether you support Michael Savage or not, you got to stop this, because if Obama and Jackie Smith are allowed to get away with this without a voice being raised, then they can lawnmower anybody and at any time they want, even people who think they might be in good relationship with the Obama administration at present. This is a dangerous precedent that has been leveled against an innocent man and a lover of the American cause and a fighter for America. This ought not to be able to stand.
Why do you think I was put on this list?
I believe that this is a prisoner swap. I believe that the Obama administration is very much aware of, when I use the word threat, I don't mean it in a violent, anarchist way. I mean it as a bringing of light. When I say Michael Savage is a threat to the Obama administration, I mean that Michael Savage is shining a light in a dark black hole, and that is a threat to every vermin that loves to live in dark black holes. I believe that Janet Napolitano and the Obama administration, Homeland Security, that they cannot find one shred of credible evidence or reason to blacklist Michael Savage according to what would be the criteria of our Homeland Security. So what they have done is gotten someone to do their bidding for them, namely Jackie Smith and the counterpart of the Homeland Security there in England to do it, and do it in the most heinous way by lumping Michael Savage with known murderers, known terrorists, known people of known violence of the highest level. And I believe the mistake also that they did by putting him that particular list that I read, because the list is pretty consistent until it gets to Michael Savage. You know, it looked like a pretty dumb move. But I believe that we're going to see, what I believe is that the English people, Jackie Smith, has done a favor for the Obama administration by taking a swipe or swing at Michael Savage that the Janet Napolitano could not credibly take here in America, and we're going to be called upon to do the same thing for someone or some other nation, whether it be England or Germany or somebody else. That's why I believe this has come about.
Well, what bothers you most about this absurd ban?
Well, as I mentioned earlier, I was first outraged or appalled, I think is a better expression, that this had been done to Michael Savage. But something far worse has happened. The fact that the Republican or the conservatives of America and the strong group of radio talk show people that they have been so silent has now outraged me. I mean, I don't know who I'm more ticked off with, if you will, whether it's the Obama administration and this conspiracy in cahoots with Jackie Smith in England to try to destroy someone who loves America and who's a patriot. But the fact that it has happened, and the troops that Michael Steele ought to be swinging left and right. I mean, he ought to be calling Jackie Smith to task, making her validate, making her explain. The conservative talk show people ought to be doing the same thing, both on radio and television. I suppose the more palpable feelings were from when I just read the article in the Drudge Report. But now that there's been such a silence on this thing, I mean, it's frightening. It is absolutely frightening. I'm asking myself, does the Obama administration have such sway and power over the conservative talk show radio people that they won't come to the aid of Michael Savage? Is he that powerful? If that's the case, I'm scared for myself, quite frankly. There's a selfish part of this as well. I'm scared for myself. Now, I'm not afraid of anything. Let me just say that. But I'm concerned. I'm very concerned.
Do you think the Obama administration will help me in this?
I don't think they're going to stand up and speak in defense of Michael Savage. It'll be a cold day in hell when that happens. I don't think they're going to do that. And I saw Michael Savage on CNN. I think CNN did it. I think they covered it more so than Fox did. I think they covered it to say to other people that this will happen to you. They didn't cover it to express their irateness over it. They didn't state that, which they should have done, being done to an American citizen. They brought it to as a news item to say, look at the kind of victory that I see it as them supporting Obama, saying we nailed this one, we'll nail everybody else as well. So I don't see the Obama administration coming to the aid of Michael Savage. If it happens, I just don't see it happening. If this is not defended by the so-called conservatives and Republicans, as I stated before, we are in a lot of trouble.
Pastor Manning, thanks for being back on the Savage Nation.
I'm thankful that you allowed me to be a part, to express my views to your very large audience, a very powerful audience as well. I respect greatly. In fact, we just received an email from one of your listeners who stated they've been listening to you for 14 years. I want to express my full support for you in this matter, and I pray that others will stand up and support you as well. Thank you so much, and let me give you a boom shakalaka as well.
Right back to you. Thanks again, Pastor James David Manning. I'll be right back.
Savage.